Okay, now I'm going to quickly show you how we can animate the SketchUp model. What I'll get you to do first is we'll just go to the View menu up the top, drop down the View menu, go to the bottom Animation and add a scene. So we've got something called Scene 1 here at the moment. Before we go any further, I'll right click on top of the Title tab of Scene 1 and I'll update Scene 1 with all of the current information. I'll also right click on Scene 1, the label tab of Scene 1, and I'll add a new scene, so click Add. So I've got something called Scene 2. So while Scene 2 is there, what I can do is I can open up the shadow settings dialog box, and I can change the time of day here to something like, instead of being 6 AM, I'll change the time of day to 5 PM. So we'll go 05 and then just change that to P. Change that to P so it changes to PM. Okay, 05 PM, and then I can close my shadow casting dialog box again. Now before I do anything, I'm going to right click on top of the Title tab of Scene 2 and update it. So I've now updated Scene 2 with all of the current information. So then I can just click back to Scene 1 and go from Scene 1 to click on to Scene 2, and as I'm changing scenes I'm watching the shadows animated. So I'm animating from 6 AM in the morning through to 5 PM in the afternoon. So another thing that I can do while I'm on Scene 2, as well as animate things like shadow casting, I can also animate my viewpoint. So while I'm on Scene 2 up the top here, just better make sure that I am right clicking and I've updated that. I always get a bit paranoid about that and update these every time I do something. Then right click and add a new scene. So I've got a new scene called Scene 3. Now I'm not going to change the shadow dialog box this time. All I'm going to do is I'm going to orbit round till I see the other end of the building, pan myself a little bit, so I've changed the viewpoint this time to a different direction. And then while I'm in that viewpoint, just pan myself down a little bit more, I'll update Scene 3, and now I can change from Scene 3 to Scene 2 to Scene 1, and all the way along these combinations of my viewpoint and my shadows are being animated the whole time. If I ever wanted to see a little movie of that being played, I can right click on top of any of the scene titles and click Play Animation. And we just sit back then and we can watch a little movie animation of the scenes that we've created. And it'll just keep looping and doing the same thing backwards and forwards. You can add many scenes, and you can also control the delay between scenes. You can make the delay between scenes be 0 amount of time so that the movie plays smoothly from one scene to the other, or you can make each scene pause. I'll just stop that back there now, and we'll go back to our original Scene 1, and I'll finally do a save of the whole project, and we'll stop the video there.